Hexe Sanctuary is the #1 premier grind zone for silver in BDO. At least that's what I've been led to understand. Here are my honest impressions of the spot. Of course, this is my current opinion as I do still have room to grow and improve my silver per hour. So let's talk statistics. I'm currently at 301 AP with a Kudum offhand and 388 DP running a DR build with bed gloves and Liber boots. I am sitting at 2 AP under the soft cap while running a Giant's Drop, Perfume of Courage, Simple Cron Meal, Villa buffs, Church buffs, and the special stuffed Shadow Lion head. At this gear score, I have been able to make around 1.1 billion silver per hour and 13.5 billion silver in 13 hours at Hexe. The first hour I was still trying to understand the mechanics, so I ended up dying a few times and only managed to pull 754 million silver. As you can see, after studying some YouTube videos and grasping the concept of the mobs, I was able to push up to 1 billion silver an hour on my second hour. Of course, I still died because the mobs hit really hard and it can kind of be hectic at Hexe. The big skeleton mobs slap cheeks, and then you will constantly be bombarded with small mobs, not to mention the nukers that run in, shoot a red circle around you that you must dodge, and then you have the event bosses that are popping up like every 30 minutes or so, it can get kind of crazy with all the red circles and all the dodging and mobility, but that's what makes the spot actually fun and makes you really work for that silver. So I will say, when you kill the event mob, the buff you get feels exuberating. Nuking down the mobs is just like instant gratification after you have been working so hard to kill them beforehand. After 13 hours of grinding, I only received 2 disto drops, which in my opinion is quite disappointing. I expected to get one at least every 2 to 3 hours. I think a slight increase in the drop rate wouldn't really hurt. Drop down in the comments and let me know what you think about the disto drop rate. My best hour was 1.47 billion an hour with a disto drop, as well as burning 20k Agris with the Elvia buff and the Ancient Spirit Light buff as well. So I decided to take a trip back to Orc Camp to compare statistics from Hexe with my current gear. I managed to pull 953 million silver an hour with a level 2 loot scroll and a 219% drop rate buff at Orc Camp. I will say though, Hexe takes much more effort, but as I stated earlier, I do still have a lot of room to grow at Hexe. I think I will be able to consistently make 1.2 to 1.4 billion silver an hour without a rare drop, especially when we have a drop rate event and I can push that drop rate up to 300% because you will be getting a lot more Blackstone weapon, Blackstone armor, and crystallized despair. So if a disto drops, you're looking at anywhere from 1.6 to 1.8 billion silver an hour, which is quite amazing if you ask me. Overall, I think it's a good spot to grind if you understand the mechanics and have the gear to go. But if you're not interested in being glued to your seat for an hour and you want a more chill grind, definitely try something else that requires less concentration, because when you at Hexe, you know you gotta flex. So if you enjoyed the content, make sure you drop down there, hit that like button on your way out, and check out one of these other videos because you know they're gonna be lit.